Get very heated up, and the show is proudly sponsored by MTN and High Five Choco Malt. Now, MTN wants you to know that it's giving away loads and loads of gifts to you for just doing what you do best on your favorite network. Now, you too can live your best life and enjoy so much more with MTN Rewards. So just keep talking, texting, and browsing all day, every day to collect points and use those points to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. MTN Rewards is gifting you discounts on some of your favorite restaurants as well and stores and allowing you to redeem airtime today. Now, all you have to do is just dial star 550 hash and get your MTN reward today. MTN, everywhere you go. Well, this morning I spent quite a number of, let's say about an hour plus, walking, not just walking the talk, but actually walking the walk from Ayimensa, going up the Ebri Mountain. I'll tell you why I was doing that. All because I just wanted to prep you later when we start putting those visuals out, just to prep you for our Race for Heart 2022. So now let's meet, walk and burn some calories this Valentine's season. Now come with that special one friend, family to Ayimensa, that's the police station area, and join the Joy Prime Race for Heart on the 19th of February at 5:30 a.m. And that's how early I was. Let me say good afternoon going out to you, Ellie, and to Newton and the entire team that was there this morning. Now, it's a health walk climaxed with aerobics, and you don't want to miss the opportunity to keep in shape and fit. So to join this health walk, you can also record and post exercise videos of yourself on WhatsApp line 0551 575757. Now, I don't want old videos. I want new ones, fresh ones. Or share on social media with a tag and tag us. Hashtag Race for Heart. That's RACE 4, the number 4, and Heart, HEART. Race for Heart. Take care of your health for that special someone this Valentine's season. The Joy Prime Race for Heart is powered by Day Men. Strong and refined, the skincare you deserve. You need us, you need us. Medisoft medicated soap, Acida fabrics, wear what will surprise you, and powered by Joy Prime, the ultimate experience. Now, great news from DSTV Aquaba. Now, Aquaba Magic brings you the best in entertainment this month. Now, they have a rich list of the best in original Ghanaian content on DSTV and GoTV every day. Now, watch how the legendary Inspector Bediako clamps down on all the bad guys. And there's always a new twist to the drama in the Robertson family on Dede. Then you can also tune in to Date My Family and watch how bachelorettes and bachelors look for love by going on dates with families and potential suitors. Now dive into the world of Ghana's health and medical system in Accra Medic. Cohabitation isn't easy for anyone. This couple tries to navigate this maze on TV. Don't miss out on Cohabit. Then the Angela Banford Show is a must-watch entertainment and lifestyle show brimming with vibrant, fresh and captivating conversations. You see, so just make this month a start to great things with Aquaba Magic. Channel 150 on DSTV and Channel 101 on GoTV Super. Aquaba Magic, Ifie. Now I'm sure you can ham to the music in the background, right? Wish I could do a karaoke session in here. Classics from back in the day. Timeless music, I call it. And this morning, that timeless legend is in the studio. Goes by the name, or more like by the new name. Shall I start with the new name or the old name? There's nothing like a throwback Saturday, you know. Let me say good afternoon to the man himself, Nanafin, aka 2 Lock, who joins me on the show this afternoon. Wow. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Afishapa.
I feel combating. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Wow.
I'd rather say 2 Lock, aka Nanafin.
2 Lock. Okay, yes. Okay. I stand for that correction. 2 Lock, aka Nanafin. Now, just the switch in the change in the name it has 1,000 questions around it.
Okay.
Which will be coming to that. But it's only right that we celebrate you a little bit before we come into 2 Lock. Let's go to Nanafin. We'll come to 2 Lock shortly. Enjoy this classic. We'll be right back.
It's Showbiz A to Z.
Joy 99.7 FM.
What actually runs through your mind when you hear yourself like this? Classics, that timeless songs, music that will never probably die out.
I still do self-critique. After so many years, I still do self-critique.
What do you say? What do you say to yourself?
Well, I don't say anything. I just see my mistakes.
Which mistakes would that
It's
be?
not something that you really understand or even appreciate. But I think maybe I have this disease of being a perfectionist, so I never get satisfied too much with. I know it's out there. People love it.
After creating the song, you still weren't satisfied with this classic, this song, that you still wanted to add more to it.
Not an addition. Maybe it's maybe performance.
Okay.
Or as I listened to it, I said maybe I could have directed the drum roll here, or maybe this note, I didn't quite hit the note well, or this word I could have changed it to this other word that would,
still.
So yes, I still do that.
Interesting.
It's a terrible disease.
Interesting.
Incredible.
Wow. I've always wondered why high life artists really don't do a lot of collaborations on their music. And if you had a chance to do a collaboration on classics like this, as new Tulock, who would you have probably gone for?
Okay, the first question first. At the time when this type of high life that we call new high life or bugger high life or thereabouts, because as you know, this is not typical high life.
Yes,
that's the era where all of us were born into the industry. So, if I would say that time it wasn't a culture, it wasn't the normal thing.
Yeah,
probably all over the world. There were a few collaborations all over the world, yes, but in Ghana, it wasn't it at all. It was go to the studio, do your album. So I think it has become a culture now, a norm now. So nothing. I would say I don't think anybody was like, oh no collaboration, no.
Because
it wasn't the
most of the classics,
just one
one person.
Yes.
And I'd always wondered why, I was wondering. Well, back in the day, with my childish thought, I said, "Oh, these artists are so selfish. Why aren't they allowing anybody
at
onto their music?"
At the time, we're not doing much singles. It's an album, so you have maybe 8, 9, 10, 11 songs on that album. Now you are not even sure which one you're going. The eventual producer you're going to sign to promote will choose to promote. So I did on this album. I had a collaboration with Neil Ante. You understand, but it wasn't a highlight. It was a reggae song in English. Are you gonna be there? You see? So it happens. It happens. We do collaboration. I think it was on the next album. Yes,
that
we did. But even if we are going to do singles, then you take that song and then look. Let's do everything possible that will make this song bring in the kind of attention we need. Then things are going to happen. Your brain is going to try to capture who can be on this track or what can I do to this track.
Give me a top list of 5 people that you probably would have put. No, three highlights on this particular song.
There's already somebody on this song. You mean this one?
The one before this one?
Yes, Odo Handkerchief.
Yes.
I featured Cooper Murder. He did yes.
No, so I'm talking about now.
Now, if I have to remix, probably Stoneboy.
Okay.
Yeah, or Stoneboy.
Well, we'll be looking forward to some of these refixes and remixes on some of these classics. These songs will never go away. I'm it's my agenda just to be able to keep some of these songs burning till now.
Please keep it.
I have a personal relationship with your music, which I told you I'll tell you later on.
Yes, you did.
I'll tell you later on. But so now let's come to you a bit more. Two Lock. So we've switched from Nana Finn to Two Lock.
Yeah.
I want to understand what informed, this new you, if I can call it.
Oh, new name. Okay, I think every new mission. What English word should I use? Calls for a new name, a new brand. You know what I mean? Everybody knows me to be a high life artist.
Yeah.
What they do not know is that I was first of all a reggae artist.
Okay.
I wanted to come out as a reggae artist, but many things informed that switch. Because until the age of 22 or 23 thereabouts, prior to my coming out with these albums, I had never written any song in tree or high life.
Wow.
But I needed to raise money on my own to record my album. At the time, nobody wanted to record a reggae artist and release. It was reggae was not to talk about dancehall. It was too far away for everybody. So I decided to learn how to do music sequencing and programming. That is to program music and then on my own. So
which brings my story closer to what I was going to tell you.
You're such a bad boy. You see, so then I had to buy the computer. At the time, we're not using these pieces. It was a computer they used to call Atari.
Atari, yes.
Only few people know that now. It's not in use. It's out of. It's obsolete now.
Yes, obsolete. Yeah.
So I had to do graphic art. Do what do you call calling cards for businesses? Design logos. That's the art aspect of me. People do not know that I'm an artist.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a painter actually.
Okay.
I paint. I can give you a nice portrait of you.
Wow.
Of yourself, yes.
Oh, we'll be looking forward to that.
So I did a few of that. I painted some few portraits. I got some.
Do you
money.
still paint though?
When I see something that that inspires me, but it will take me 6 months to finish. It will take. So sometimes, if unless somebody do this for me, I'll give you money. Or unless I want to win somebody's heart for a contract, maybe I'll try. But then that is how I got into high life, really. So I did the studio in my home using a 4-track and then that Atari recording system. At the time, it was the standard because there were only 3 music studios, professional recording studios in Ghana. The rest were all pre-recording or demo studios. And my room was one of them. Then came in people like Nana and Dan. You remember them?
Yes, Nana and Dan.
People like I co-produced. I did a few demos for many artists with Akwabwa Senior, Akwabwa's father. Yes. Because he was a good guitarist then. I also played guitar, but both of us played both. So we did, he'll come over with the guys, then I'll charge, and then we'll do. That's how I gathered money.
How did you get to know them? Because these were also very influential people and all. How did you establish that connection?
One thing led to the other. You see, at the time when I finished school, I could play a few instruments like the bass, the keyboard, the guitar mainly. So what we used to do, we'll go jam, right? We'll find people. I had a band when I was 19. We'll come to that.
Wow.
I'll go when we
19-year-old businessman.
It wasn't a business, it was just passion. And she doesn't know anything about it. We had this culture where if there's maybe an all night going on, we just go and hang around. You understand? You see fellow musicians, playing, and that's how I got myself into the music industry. Soon enough, I met Willie Roy, the late Willie Roy. And then through him, I got to know Felix Owusu, Abraham, and all those big guys. At the time, Felix Owusu had a couple of hits. So I recorded, according to that album.
Yeah.
I did all the pre-production.
You were chilling with the big boys.
Yeah, I was very little. I think we did all in a hotel room.
Wow.
I remember in Comty too. So I got to know one, I got to know the other, and that gave me that how I feel. I got into that world, so it was easy for me now to begin to switch, because then during recording, then I had to write 2 songs for Felix Owusu on that album. Stop My Love and another one I can't remember. And I did, so almost all, 70% of the ideas on that album came from you. So then I thought, well, I could do this. So when I went around a bit, I still wasn't finding. I could walk at the time. I could walk from Dansuman to Usu, looking for somebody to help me. Because I did
the story of an underground artist.
Yes. And sometimes when I meet, and they think they are the first underground generation. It's funny. They don't create underground. No. So all these things happened, and then I got into her life. Then one fine day, I got angry and said, look, I can do this maybe with a tint of reggae, but I can. So my first album was very, very reggae-ish. Only one song that was funky. Was not High Life at all, but it was Tree, and a few English songs. I had one hit in Kotojo, if you could remember. You can remember that song?
I'm trying to.
Oh, na, na, na. Oh, na, na,
but do we have it here? He's also scratching his head on there. Don't worry.
You remember that one? Yes.
We were very young.
It was a club banger.
Yeah.
It was big. Then I realized, it gave me some more confidence. Then I got a new producer through that hit. I released the Ado Handkerchief album, and then the rest is history.
And that was Nana Finn.
That was Nana Finn, yes.
And then now getting into Two Lock.
Yes.
And what caused and what brought about the name and the change to Two Lock, and even why the name Two?
Now I think I've explained the genre change.
Yes,
the
change.
Two Lock. Well, as you grow, you find mission for yourself. Else you'll be a very unhappy person. I think that your mission in life. I usually hear people saying things like, "Oh, find your mission, find your purpose in life." No, you don't have a purpose in life. There's nothing in the sky written that this is your purpose. No, that would be an impossibility to find. You can only listen to the voice from within. Write your own purpose down for your life. Life is so short for you to use part of it looking for a mission that is supposed written in some divine realm or something. Go find it now. It doesn't happen. What you state is what happens. You understand?
Yeah.
I began to realize that we are confused between. There's a big gap between what we know, our divine truths that we define freely every day, and our reality. There's a big gap between the two because, and it's not just Ghana or my immediate surroundings. All over the world, I always say we have beautiful philosophies, beautiful religions, beautiful everything, but we are nowhere. We are just like still in the cave. What has developed is what? Technology and culture. But technology and culture, I'm afraid, is also not static. So we can't say we have arrived. We only arrive when reality and wisdom unite.
Interesting.
So that is why the two stands for what? Reality and wisdom. Locking it together becomes two lock.
So did you thought through all this and then you landed on the name Tulok? And that's the question I want to get. It didn't come off as a nickname from back in the day in school.
Yeah.
There was this meaning to it in choosing it.
Come again.
Was this the understanding in choosing the name Tulok?
Yeah.
It didn't come from any back in the day senior secondary school.
No.
Wow, this is interesting.
In school, I went by another name altogether.
Which would be?
They used to call me, by an American rock act.
Okay.
Because at the time I was the leader of Adisada band, the Santa band.
Okay.
And when I go on stage, I was a bit crazy with the guitar, the way like a rock star. So there was this huge poster in I think I was in lower 6. And so an upper 6 guy just saw my performance, and then they saw that the name was Mania Rat.
Mania Rat.
Yes, the rat, not as
it's
in rat.
interesting the things you find when you dig deeper,
So that Mania Rat became my name.
Wow.
And it's shortened to Mania.
Mania.
Yes.
Oh.
So mania, or mania meaning madness, really.
Okay.
But I'm just a cool guy. I mean, the name doesn't even suit my
a cool
my
mad guy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. So, and
I'm only mad on stage, but usually I'm
not off stage. Now, Ghanaians know you as Nana Fin. Do you consider the fact that people will still hold Nana Fin, instead of switching over to Tulok? And what do you expect would be some of the reactions to people accepting a new name?
Okay. So the first question, yes. I mean, how many people are able to completely forget their first love? Right. It doesn't happen. I can give you so many examples.
Yeah.
Nobody will forget, because that is also a real name. There are people called Finn around. There are people called Nana around. So it will always be there.
Yeah.
But the new brand, Tulok, will also grow and find meaning with people with time. So I don't begrudge anybody that decides to call me.
Awesome. Yeah. So what does the new Tulok? What does Tulok bring to the table now?
No, I'm going back to what I know best, reggae music.
And what informed that decision?
Reggae.
Is it that you're not comfortable in the space of high life, or
I'm quite comfortable. I will always
you have classic hits in the high life space.
I know, and
we are still playing the song till today.
I'm not doing high life anymore. No, I'm not a loggerhead to high life at all. I mean, I always say that high life is in my heart, but I think reggae is in my DNA. And then when you listen to my reggae EP coming out on the 14th,
which will be coming to, there is still, and this is the pressure that a lot of Sadiq will say, the gatekeepers and the industry players are putting this pressure on artists to maintain a certain brand identity in terms of music for Ghanaians, which is high life. And here's a classic high life legend artist moving into a rhythm, into a reggae. I don't want to add dance, or a reggae rhythm. Does it? How do you feel about that as well?
I don't feel anything. I feel good. Well, if you want to be a good keeper, sit at the gate. We don't sit. People like us, I hardly sleep. I sleep less than 3 hours a night, and she will tell you.
And what would be the reason?
I'm always creating. It's like I was born with more mental energies than usual. so in school, I remember I was a math student,
Okay.
a science student basically, and I was doing fine art at the same time. You understand? So my brain is always. I struggle to sleep. I don't know when I fall asleep. So when I feel sleepy at any point in the day and there's a chance for me to lie down, it's my best time to sleep. Because in the night I know I'm not going to sleep. Yesterday I was able to sleep probably a little after 12 because I knew I was
That is artist and always been in the studio and thinking. So we haven't heard much from Nana Finn. There was a gap. There was a point where we didn't hear much from
Yeah,
Nana
it was
Finn.
a gap only in the front, but behind the scenes, I was working I went back actually to I have a studio.
Yeah.
So I work as a studio producer, engineer, and sometimes I do work, and then there are some songs I produce, I decide I won't mix. So I give it over to someone else to mix. There are some songs I just mix. I don't do anything about it. They just bring it to me to do the mix.
So within this period, I mean, I'm very sure you were also taking a critical look at the industry.
Yeah.
Grow.
Yeah.
Point in time, they'll say it was
Yeah.
retrogressing, and someone will say it was moving forward. What did you make of the trends of music we're putting out, lyrics, lyrical content from our artists? The whole make of
Your
that
questions
music.
are huge.
I know. It's good to hear from people like you because. Taking that step back to watch happenings, I'm very sure you identify things. A lot of things. What are some of these things?
I wasn't too far away from the industry because I helped bring people like Yaponosa, Kodie, Nana Boro, Dansabiam, just to mention a few, and some gospel artists I was also helping. So I've been close to the industry more than you think.
What has changed?
My idea about the change is so interesting. The younger the musician and the artist and the creative force, the more unpredictable it is. Because younger people have their whole life ahead of them, and they are not afraid to make mistakes. That's why I'm always sitting around younger people, because they are not afraid to make mistakes. The older you get, the more you don't have a lot of time left, a lot of space left. In your own mind, you feel constricted in terms of time and space. You understand? So when you deal with those younger people, you tend to have that youthful outlook to things. I have a lot of critique I can do in the direction that music is going, but I can also understand the constraints and the sort of things that have happened prior to this whole thing coming this way,
because we've moved from a certain era of and yes, music grows and
no, music doesn't grow.
Okay,
not
correct
necessarily. Music changes.
Well, changes. Sorry, for better expression there. Yeah,
because sometimes can change, but not in the direction of growth.
Exactly. So when you look at where we've come from, because there was this era of
real solid music.
Well, we still have solid music, but we have a lot of music becoming flash in the pans.
That is why it's not solid.
We have 6 months.
Yeah, it's gaseous. That's why it doesn't stay. It's too gaseous.
And what is the reason?
I think the reason is the mode of production, and artists must begin to be artists. Because let me finish. Let me make this statement. Because many artists are not confident about their art. They are confident about the producer or the one who is going to give them the beat. You understand where I'm coming from? There's something inside you, a whole well of creativity that you have not tapped into. Now, if you are confident about who you are as an artist and your creativity, you make sure what is ringing in your brain is what is produced, even if you are unable to play anything. But the downside of what is going on now is that everybody waits for a beat from a beat maker or a producer,
and it limits the direction.
Yes, it stops what is coming from inside, and then what is coming from your brain is very gaseous. It doesn't stay. It just comes, and then it's off. It goes, because there is that defined spark that you have that you haven't used yet. Only bits and pieces appear because the source of your inspiration is coming from somebody completely I mean, not you. You understand? Also, a good musician, probably better than you, because he could play maybe the keyboard or could play the instrument and has made something like a musical arrangement for you to sing on. You see, that has changed. It used to be from in out. When you go to the studio back then, okay, this is my song. You sing it. You go with maybe a couple of musicians, and then the engineer. All of you think together. So the drum pattern, let's keep it this way. You share ideas. Are you comfortable with this? Sing along. Let's see if the tempo is okay for you. No, and then we go through the. So by the time you have the music done, it's a spark of pure inspiration. Now it's no longer like that. 80% of the time they don't come with that. You understand? And a few that come, they come with a preconceived idea. They want to sound like somebody, and they are unable to tell you as a producer. So when you start going in any direction apart from that, then they are not comfortable.
Because it looks like so you go for events and then the DJ drops classic songs, from a legend high life artist, and then you see the crowd go wild. And I'm asking myself, so we've gone through a certain era and gone back.
So part of the wildness in terms of expression that you're saying, it's also nostalgia. The nostalgia of it. I mean, it makes fun. I mean, because maybe you heard it at the time, maybe you were dating a particular girl. It's at the center of your mind's excitement point. So the moment that sound comes up, that point of excitement in your brain that is already recorded begins to, partly that is also partly because the music lives.
Yeah.
Like you playing my song I Do, the guitar was played from beginning to end live, the bass same, 80% of the keyboard same. Though the drum was a studio drum machine programming, it had changes. So you could feel there was a human touch to it. These days, when the song starts, apart from a total break where you hear only the singer's voice, the song breaks and the same beat starts again.
Yes.
So you hear, maybe singers are not familiar with some of these things I'm saying, like a hi-hat. From beginning to end, the same thing, no change. You see, that is not the way human beings. It's patternless.
Yeah.
It's the same pattern all over and over. It's not fun listening, but maybe you are in love with the artist.
Yeah.
So you
ignore.
follow it. Yes, you
Yeah.
follow it until after 5 years you've outgrown it, and so sad.
Ghana is playing Nigeria, for example. Now, football becomes a big conversation, and how the kind of impact that football winning games, brings to the country. So does music. Now, in recent times, we've been battling a lot about how Ghana is getting lost out in the big music African pie, where we have a lot of our brothers in Nigeria, South Africa, and East Africa biting this pie, and their music crossing boundaries and all, and we seem to be stuck in a certain space. What do you make of this current situation that we find ourselves in? That is, if you also feel we are stuck in that space. We are looking for that penetration.
We've been stuck for a long time. It's not a new thing. Because, you see, there's no culture. Then again, it comes back to culture. There's no culture of investing in the arts in Ghana. Not just music. Something visceral in our minds makes us feel the arts, they say, is nothing to be taken seriously. You understand what I mean? So our whole attitude towards it itself is a problem. You even could have an interaction, or you could have disrespect from people, industry people, radio stations, TV stations, disrespecting artists in a way that is very appalling. And
did you have people invest in your music?
Yes, else nobody would have known nothing.
What kind of
Soul
investment
Records.
did they put in there? Oh, okay.
Soul Records, JB Asafubuachi, Soul Records, I was signed the same label with Obo, Aketechi, Michael Jamina of blessed memory, who, a lot of them. Anita Bain, we're all on the same label.
So how are you going to push the music now? And how do you generate funds?
Well, this is a a whole new thing that is going to happen. And I'm going to talk about my label.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe after the break, maybe you have a break or something. Because it's a long chat. We'll go there.
Yeah.
You understand? It's being pushed across the world. That's why it's reggae. Because in my mind, I think that High Life is cool, but it ends at the Togo border. And unfortunately, we've not been able to.
Why do you think it ends? It ends.
Because we have not pushed. It's money, pure and simple. It's money. You know Bob Marley in Ghana. If you know the kind of investment back then that Island and Chris Blackwell made into Bob Marley's career.
Why do you think then that nobody, or okay, I wouldn't say nobody, but we're not getting enough people to invest in music? Because if it were an attractive venture, which clearly it should be made attractive by first and foremost maybe the artists themselves and what they're producing, why aren't we getting people interested in wanting to put their money into?
I think it's visceral. I told you. I mean, mentally visceral because it's deep. You understand? You can't change it. Kwame Nkrumah was damn serious. That's why he put up the National Film and Television Institute, former Ghana Films. Also, he knew the value of art and culture. But after his overthrow, our natural attitudes destroyed all those structures. Thankfully enough, he's still there. But its impact in our even film industry is very weak. So yeah, then again, it takes time for things to evolve culturally. So I believe with time, maybe we'll begin to get some people who will invest. Because now, if you're investing in music, in any artist, you don't have to think your country alone. Because now the world is becoming smaller and smaller because of internet and all these, So my music is going to be released on Valentine's Day, the EP,
which we're coming to now.
Yes.
Tell me about this new EP titled "Two Lock on Lockdown."
No, the title is On Lockdown.
Oh,
Two Lock
okay.
is the
Okay. Well, the show would have been another perfect fit, though. Two Lock on Lockdown.
yeah. It's a fit.
Tell me about this Lockdown album or EP. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a
born out of the lockdown.
No, two of the songs have been released prior as singles. That is Isn't She Nice and I think Lovely Day. But when I decided to re-record them and then introduce myself properly in a manner, I wanted to release People Power, which is also another track on the People Power.
People Power.
Yeah, we'll come to that in a bit, I know. So I just said, look, let me just do an EP because I was working on an album, a reggae album. So let me just release this one, pave the way, let people know that I'm still here and I'm not too locked. And then going forward, I'll move with everybody into the next album, the next EP, and then we'll be moving.
How many songs?
But I started doing you listen to it and it's a live recording.
Okay, yeah.
Everything in there is played by human beings playing. You understand? And I was fortunate to have the drummer for the original Wailers play on three of the tracks.
Wow.
Yeah. He happens to be a Ghanaian. When the original Wailers, when Bob Marley died, it was divided into two. People who are familiar with reggae know Aston Barrett. Yes, there was a big quarrel. So he took some of the guys, and many of the guys didn't go with him. They went with, Al Anderson and Junior Melvin, Alwi Alindo, and they were all of them. So they called themselves Original Wailers. But at that time, the original drummer Carlton Barrett had died, had been shot. So it was about 10, 15 years after they found this Ghanaian gem called Papa. Papa Nyako is the drummer for Original Wailers now.
Wow.
And happened to be a friend of a friend. And then I contacted him and then, not knowing he was my friend when he was back in Ghana. So he was happy to play and, though it was a bit expensive using such musicians, because they tour all around the world and so luckily for me, he didn't need to come to Ghana.
Wow. So he worked. He worked on the drums.
Yes, he did there, and then he sent the tracks.
Wow, that's where we've got into now. Interesting. How many songs are on this?
Five
songs.
But there's one High Life track on it anyway. High life Indian but it's in English.
Okay.
And it's fused with, of course, it's like a pop. What would I say? A pop high life kind of thing. But you hear all the Mfichwa and the Marrakesh and the Kunga, everything.
Run me through the title list again. So we've had People Power.
Yeah.
We have which are the ones?
Lovely Day.
Lovely Day.
Yeah,
Let's talk
Lovely
about
Day.
Lovely Day.
Yeah.
Tell me about Lovely Day.
A Lovely Day was written so many years ago, long before I released Ado Handkerchief. I think it was one afternoon. I was sitting with some friends, and then we were toying around with the keyboards, and in that same room where many of these legendary songs were
Produced,
were born. And we were all songwriters back then, so we decided let's do something. And I chose the reggae thing, so I started playing something, and then some of them started singing and throwing in lines. Before long, we had a nice chorus. Then one guy wrote one verse, I wrote one verse. It was 3 verses. I just cut it down to 2. So that song is as old as my career itself. So just talking about how we need to be positive at every level, face a new day with a good smile.
Did you have to rework the song, or as it was recorded?
I reworked it. At the time, we didn't even record it.
Okay.
Yes, I gave it to. I formed a group out of my friends. There were 3 guys, and then they first recorded the song, and then none of them continued the music career in that direction. A few of them turned to gospel artists, and then others went into movies and stuff. So, that was the end of that group that I formed. But then I decided to re-record it about a few years ago, like say 4 years ago. Yes, that's when it was recorded. But basically, it was on a YouTube thing. I just wanted to see whether Ghanaians who know me to be Nanafi won't be that shocked
to hear.
Yeah, to associate reggae and my reggae.
Do you think Ghanaians will be shocked when they hear?
Yeah, some will be. Some will be.
I would be. I would be shocked.
But have you heard any of the reggae songs?
That's what I'm actually want. I want us to play a few of them. I will check it out as well here.
Okay,
I want to see how I will feel about knowing the classic high life legendary artist Nanafin, aka Tulok or Tulok Nananafin. Well, on that note, if you joined us a few minutes ago, or if you just tuned in as well, we're talking to Tulok, aka Nanafin. He joins us in the studio this afternoon. So he's got a brand new EP titled Lockdown as part of the On Lockdown. I'm leaving some out. First I was adding more to it, now I'm leaving some out.
Yes.
On Lockdown. And it's actually dropping February 14th, right? So Monday.
Coming in on Val's Day.
On Val's Day.
Darling, what can you do? Demo Usuro, Demo Ferry, Nasa Udom Yapa, Nani Kansuaya Kana, Demo Usuro, Demo Ferry, Nasa Udom Yapa, Nani Kansuaya Kana, Batul Beton, Bibi Adam, Simi Chaki. Back to the bedroom, maybe an arm and some yada. Back to the bedroom, maybe an arm and some Jackie. Back to the bedroom, maybe an arm and some yada. Free your mind, my for I don't want more. Now I don't need to. Free your mind, my me I grow the day. Now I grow the fool. Yenka Adamo, Gawadia Ufatami, Yenka Adamo, Natural Mesa Upenya, Yenka Adamo, Gawadia Ufatami, Yenka Adamo, with the Hidabana Besha, no Doneto, Agroneto.
now very soon we'll be sampling some of the brand new music as well on the show. You're tuned into Showbiz A to Z. My name is Jay Foley, sitting in for my brother George Quay. I've got Two Lock in the studio. It's taken me quite a while to adopt.
I understand.
Yes, it will happen eventually, very soon. I want to ask you about how much work has gone into this EP. You know,
you can imagine. I mean, I started working on this album just before the lockdown started. I think about a week. So then the lockdown came. Some of the musicians were outside. The people I needed them to play. Some of them I had to wait for some of them to come back to Ghana. They were in quarantine or lockdown somewhere else in the other side of the world. Mm-hmm. Others were also here. So it went very slowly. And then the mixing also took a long time because then in the studio, because I didn't do all in my studio, I'll start there, but because this is live music, I needed a bigger space and everything. So one thing I did was, when we eventually got down to business, doing the basic tracks, I shot a video of the recording itself. So that will be on my YouTube page, Two Lock. For people to see. That one will bring the shock down. Then you know that, it's the same person singing.
Yeah.
So that you can believe that it's him, because there's a huge gap between the way I do my high life and the way I do. It's the same voice basically, but the approach is quite different.
So in presenting reggae, which people maybe some newbies wouldn't know you for because they've listened to the high life songs from the old person and nothing, and now a new change in the name to Two Lock. Yeah. Would you now say you are an upcoming underground legend?
I'm in a position where nobody has been before, and I appreciate that. It comes with its own challenges, but by and large, I think that such challenges were made for people like us to go through, you know, because I have a different outlook to so many things, and I believe I'm one that believes everything is possible. Nothing seemed to, once I state that it must happen and it should happen, it happens, and I don't need much to much convincing from without to have it. Do
you have any people who influence your music? You know, in terms
of reggae or high life? Both will be difficult because there are very few high life musicians who are reggae musicians. You know? Okay, for the high life, I think I've always liked C.K. Man and Papa Yankson. I happened to meet Papa Yankson for the first time when I was about 4 years.
Wow!
But I'll tell you that story later. And I also like Amach Dede and Kojonchi a lot. So these were basically my influences when it came to high life. And then with the reggae, of course, Bob Marley and Peter Tosh were there normally. Yeah. And then Steel Pulse, I like guys like Jimmy Cliff, you know, because my mom was a fan of Jimmy Cliff. So these are my basic influences. But I love almost every artist that I come across. I find something in almost every artist that, you know, like lately in high life music, the new type of high life that we hear, I like all the guys like Kim Promise, Kiddy, Kwame Eugene. I love them and what they are doing. It's great, you know. Do
you have any critique on them and the kind of music they do?
Not quite. Sometimes their lyrics, of course, because they are a bit younger, you know. Yeah, the more experiences you go through, the more you seem to have more lyrics readily coming into your mind. But apart from that,
you feel they could do better with their lyrics, huh?
They are growing and they're going to do magic. They are just so talented, and I have no fear unless they decide that they want to, probably they are not satisfied with some aspect of it and they want to stop. But I don't see them stopping anytime soon unless we decide to retire them, as we've been doing usually.
If Two Lock didn't do music, what would he be doing as a full-time
I could have
business?
done so many things. I think I had a scholarship to read petrochemical engineering, but
You said no to it.
I said no to it.
Wow.
But I was thinking about being an architect because of my artistic, or because of my love for chemistry, I was also thinking about pharmacy. But apart from that,
Would you retire? As a musician?
I think growing, I think I would have loved to be an astronaut.
Wow. Wow.
Now, even if I had the chance to be an astrophysicist or an astronaut, I would take a chance. But I think my brain is too weak now to go there.
Would you retire as a musician?
I will die as one.
Wow.
There's no retirement here. I'll die as one.
The number of times Jay-Z said he was retiring from music, but yes, still. He always drops
that's just to create something newsworthy, I guess. But he knows within himself that he's not going to retire.
Let me touch on these last two subjects. We already touched on trying to penetrate, the global market with our music.
Yeah.
And now let's come back to this. I mean, DJ Ubeti will give me an eye on this one when I raise it up about Ghanaian DJs. And so some Ghanaian DJs are saying that, look, when they hit town or events and they're playing, there's a different reaction to playing foreign songs. The consumers, be the people who are at the event, tend to even jam and get excited. You can go to some parties and there's a total replay of foreign music, which we did see in December when we had a lot of people from the diaspora come. We saw there was an outburst on social media about people saying that I came to Ghana and I didn't feel Ghanaian music. What is your stance and what is your take on this? Are we getting that necessary support from DJs? Ubeti is giving me that eye.
If the DJs are saying that
Ubeti is different.
if DJs are saying that Ghanaians react to foreign music, well, I've not been a DJ before, and you see, as a DJ, you want to excite your listeners, so I won't fault them for it. But why is that happening? Maybe you need to ask a psychologist, because I can't understand. I mean, for one day, why we have to react to foreign music, but I don't know whether it's better sound or better production. I don't think our sound is that bad. I mean, compared to any sound from anywhere in the world, it's not up there, I can agree, but then it's not that the difference is very little.
So Tulok, what do you think is the reason?
I don't understand myself. Is it because I can also put it in the form of a question like, is it because we as a people we cherish things that drop from outside more than things that are anything that sometimes in a everyday language, things that are not too sophisticated or too enriched, we call I say local, we use that word local, you understand? So maybe there's something in our minds that I can't put my finger on it that makes us respect less what we create in Ghana or what we have in Ghana than what drops from outside.
So then would you say that at this point in time where there's a sudden high demand from what's from outside, would you say we've progressed or we are retrogressing or we're at a standstill?
I think that there's demand for both in and out. What we do locally, and I think it's a balance. From where I stand, probably I'm wrong, but I think it's a balance. 50-50. It shouldn't be. It should be 80-20. Because trust me, the only thing, you go to Nigeria, and I grew up a little in Nigeria, maybe people don't know that. Nigerians are proud of who they are. They're proud of what they have. They don't play a lot of Ghanaian songs on Nigeria radio. So people lie to you that, they also play our music. That's a lie. They are telling you a lie because the Nigeria won't do it. And he won't do it, and I won't fault him for it. You have your space. Protect your space. You understand? That one, you see, they said you can't. They say you can't stop a bird from flying or making its nest on top of your house. You understand? But you can stop the bird from making the nest on your head at least. So that's your space. Protect it. That's what you have. That's what you have. Protect it. And if we don't have the DNA to do that, then we must have structures that will enforce it. Structures and laws that will enforce it. Else we die.
So we are retrogressing.
Oh, well, that big word. Those of us who go to university, I don't know whether I should use that way because maybe somebody will come and tell you
An
that.
astrophysicist in the making, so I can ask.
You see? So yeah, I think retrogression is not the word. We are not retrogressing, but
would you have done anything different
if
you were to relive from when you kicked off your career till now?
Yeah, because I would have forgotten about Ghana earlier than I did.
Tell me more.
Ghana is small and you easily hit the roof. So before you jump, make sure you have enough muscular strength. Muscular, not in physical muscle, but muscular strength in terms of what you do, your art, to break through the roof. Else you hit and come back. That's why reggae became such a huge thing, and dancehall too has become such a huge thing across the world. Why? Because if you want to be a musician in Jamaica and survive on what you eat, in Jamaica alone, their population up to now is not even up to 4 million. And half of them are in diaspora already. So you can't survive on that population. Is not possible. People don't know that the Wailers used to have £3 a week each from all their huge hits until they met Island Records in 72. So from 63 up to 72, they were just surviving on £3 a week each. So we were really poor guys, you understand? But they had to break through. That is why if you have a small country like Ghana, relatively, right? In Africa, we are like the medium, you understand? There are a lot of countries which have bigger populations than us. But we are 30 plus million. It's not too bad. You understand? But you have to break through the roof. The Francophones, because of their cultural attachment to France, they have a kind of advantage we do not have, the Anglophone. The Nigeria is taking advantage of their population, almost 400 million in my view. They say they are 150. I doubt. If you've been to Lagos before, you see the population of Lagos and Ibadan alone, and they tell you they are. No, I think I've Lagos alone at the time. I was Lagos about 12 million people. Now I think they will be hitting 20. So it's good they are using their numbers, and other countries are pushing. Like you go to Kenya. I don't know their population. I think they are a bit more than Ghana, but then they are pushing. They have structures and they are working.
Since you touched
professionally.
the £3 a week. For you, in all your, since then, from Nanafin to Tulok,
Yeah.
how much money have you made with regards to
I don't want
royalties?
to talk about that. I never talk about that because you see, they don't ask lawyers those questions. Have you ever asked an engineer how much money he has made? You don't. So I can politely answer you, but I can't even calculate. It's been 20 odd years.
Okay.
To calculate will be an impossibility to start with.
1,000?
You see?
2,000?
You see?
Less than 3,000?
So I would say that I don't talk about that because I respect the art. Because if it comes down to money, none of us will do music.
Does
really.
it hurt you?
Come again?
Does it hurt you?
It hurts. My personal life, I'm comfortable, but you always need more money to promote yourself than you even spend on yourself if you have to stay in the industry. That's the reality.
In total, do you feel appreciated by Ghanaians?
Quite. That's my food. You know, if I stand on stage right now, people's reaction, the joy in the eyes of people, wow, it keeps me alive for weeks. And I enjoy it, and that is what life should be, because if you are waiting for money to make you happy, you will never be happy. You understand? That's why I don't talk about money much. As important as it is,
yes.
No matter how much money you make, you can never be happy on that money. That is why there's something in our local parlance we call sikadam. So somebody will build about 18 houses, will buy 20 more. Wabadam. Because he's looking for happiness. He buys a new house and people talk about it. After 2 months, they don't talk about it again. So he doesn't see the need for that house anymore. And nobody wants to buy it. He will buy another one, another car, buy another car. And meanwhile, these days, there's no clutch in the automatic. How many cars can one pair, 2 legs drive? So straight away that he's looking for happiness. They will do party from Thursday morning to Sunday evening. You understand? You have to go and beg them to stop.
Has doing music in Ghana made you rich or comfortable?
Comfortable, yes. But rich is relative, you understand? Yes. Some people see me as a very rich man, you understand? But I can't compare myself to some people in Ghana, for example, doing in other professions, you understand? Yeah.
So basically you earned monies from these were performances, these were public endorsements.
Back then it was more... you saw the money come in quickly. Yeah, because
when was the last time you received money from Gamro then?
Oh, don't talk about Gamro. Gamro is a baby without a mother. You see, it's a baby growing in the bush. Ghana is not connected to the rest of the world in terms of what you call royalties, publishing. No, Gamro is it's like a collecting society in Ghana that is not linked to any other collecting society. You can't survive because your music is played all across the world. Because the moment your music goes onto the internet, you are an international artist, and you must be protected as such. But Gamro can't do that. They don't have the legs and the capacity to do so. There are so many ways they can reshape the way they do stuff, but unless they begin to do things like it's done all over the world, they will never be successful, because it's like they want to rewrite. We want to rewrite our own narrative in Ghana. These things that's happening all over the world, they didn't come one day. Things happen in industry and people change things about 100 years ago. It has taken time. So why do we want to create our own narrative and create our own form of copyright collection and stuff like that? You understand? And when you go and ask, they will give you reasons why our own should be different. No, that is why we are here. How can you break through? I had a chance of meeting Salif Keita in, I think, 2005. At the time, I had a Senegalese manager. So he took me to his house, a very humble man. And you know what he said? I wanted him to do a collaboration with me because I love Salif Keita. You know, I was starstruck when I met him. I'm a big star in Ghana, but to meet someone like Salif Keita, and with his humility, you don't have a choice but to be humbled by the way he's humble. But he told me, he asked me questions about publishing, and ask many Ghanaians about IPI number, for example. They don't have it. You understand? And it's all, Gamro should first educate and fall in line with the rest of the world in terms of these things. And then Ghana can also blow up and have international artists.
It still baffles my mind, just wondering when, I mean, you've been there for over 20 years.
Yeah.
When was the last time you probably would receive money? Because
I received money in December, but I didn't even realize it. You understand? I think
then there's a lot of money on your account. So
no, it's just,
no matter how.
Should I tell you the amount?
Yes.
You want to know?
Yes.
And disgrace Gamro?
No.
No, it's a very small amount. It's good. It's good enough for one family meal. It's good enough for my family meal. It's okay. I used to change my ties with, those times when I come to Accra. Hey, Matisa Gamro Chesika. Then I go and change my ties with it. That's it. The money. Sometimes I even have to top it up to change the faucets. You see, so it's not that encouraging. It's not that encouraging. But once the structures are there, let us fortify the structures, make them more relevant to our needs, rather than sitting down and complaining about it all the time. It serves no purpose. It serves no one.
Interesting. I mean, well, you just hit on a very emotional side of me, and I can feel your pain.
I don't have any pain.
No, the other parts of it that you might be blinded, unconsciously
blinded,
unconsciously blinded to.
Yes,
that
yes,
you're not.
Yes.
You know
when I feel pain.
Tell us.
When maybe I'm driving or walking past the house and they are blasting my music. There's a party. Everybody's happy. You understand? And sometimes I feel. You see, I'm not rewarded enough for the impact I've made in people's life, even though I feel I'm lucky and I'm comfortable. Are you getting where the picture is? You see, there should be more. It could have been much better if we decide to do things the way it must be done and not the way we decide to do stuff.
Since we're talking money, real quickly before I wrap up, what's your take on the e-levy? Are you for it or against it?
Oh, I don't know anything about taxation, please.
So, are you in favor for e-levy or?
I don't know anything about taxation.
So, when you heard about e-levy for the first time,
what is it?
Electronic levy.
Electronic levy. So when you touch it, electricity will catch you. What is it?
We are going to sample 5 quick songs, the 5 songs on the EP, and that's how I'll be wrapping up.
And it's on Brand Africa Music label.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
And management.
Brand Africa.
Yes.
Wow. So these songs are going to be also on the digital stores from tomorrow.
Yes,
from Monday.
Yes, from Monday. And then you can also, if you want to know more about Tulok, what Nanafin Tulok is doing. You can always catch me on at Two Face Music, at Two Lock Music on Facebook, and then on Instagram you can catch me at Two Lock Official, and on Twitter, communicate on Two Lock 9, and then on YouTube go to Two Lock, and then you that's when you get a lot of information about the releases that are going to happen and are happening. So it will be on all the guitar stores from Monday. Check it out, download yours, and enjoy.
And buy.
Download. Of course, you can't download without parting with money. So it's buying. Downloading is money. It's only in Ghana that downloading is for free. You see, we want to create our own narrative and still be successful out there. It's not possible.
Well, I would invite you on the conversation. I'll pick your mind whilst we are just about to sample your songs as well. On it's all about revenue for artists, and recently celebrities were banned, or influencers were banned from endorsing certain electronic games, betting.
Who banned
this
them?
was from the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Recently, and as well, then recently, the National Lottery Authority also reached out to the same influencers to sort of help in a campaign to speak on fraudsters who are engaged in gaming, which also means that one way or the other they are going to be talking about gaming. And then our brother Shatawale, aka Charles Nyama-Mensah, raised concerns about how come the same people who are asked not to engage in this conversation are being asked to be back to do this. We're going to be talking about that, and I'll just pick your mind on there whilst we're sampling this first song. Should we do Caution or Isn't She Nice? Or let's do Isn't She
Nice?
Nice. Yes. Let's check it out.
Ahoo, ahoo,
Joy 99.7 FM.
ahoo, ahoo, As I sat down in my favorite bar, saw her picture on
It's Showbiz A to Z.
I said, hey, Mr. Bartender, she's got those eyes and her smile to make an angel fall.
Joy 99.7 FM.
She took time and explained it all to me. She was a lonely, lonely customer. Took a picture with my phone. I couldn't take a name or her phone number. Yet I said, please, mister, please, could I take the picture home?
And that's what I call exclusivity. Hearing that song for the very first. Yeah. You're proud of it. Thank you very much. Lovely music.
Thank you.
Let's play Caution.
Once upon a time you met this lady and thought you had a girl indeed, so pretty. Take him to mama's specimen with dignity, the kind you lose a friend to keep. Love and sanity, but all the time he only knew her number. She never took you to her home. You wonder, now you tell her to it.
I just can't wait to tease people some more. Wow. Yeah, you're making me feel the reggae vibes in there. That's a major switch. I want to ask you about this rebranding and how you're going to take it, because this is going to be another long journey and a road on this. Yeah, this is going to be another journey for you.
Journey? Well, yes. It's life is one journey. It's not another journey. I see it as a continuation. Maybe people out there will see it as a new beginning, but for me, I see it as I've always known that I'll go back to reggae. In fact, I wanted to go back to reggae after 2 or 3 High Life albums, but my demand was so strong. Demand for me, nothing was so strong that it kept me in there.
Yeah.
It kept me in there for these years, and I've never regretted it. High Life is such a wonderful and it will always be in my heart. But I think reggae, like I told you, is in my DNA, man.
This your new girlfriend called reggae.
Man,
Let's check out People Power as well.
Joy 99.7 FM.
People rise and take your power. Stolen for so long and captured, yeah. Babylon must run because time the wicked got to pay, yeah. People bomb in the streets. People power. Face your goals, you never retreat. Hey, people power, people bomb in the streets. People power, the time has come, you never retreat. Hey, the time to rise in a this revolution.
Tulok. This is very impressive. Very impressive. I don't need to hear the whole entire 3 minutes of the song to tell that this is a good song.
People power.
Yeah, people power. And even though it's all reggae, each one has got this vibe to it. Let's check
Which
out
vibe?
I don't know, I can't describe it. It's got it's music that you just probably bump in your speakers, Yes. Let's check out Finding My Role.
Finding my role, yeah. That's the high life bit.
Back home.
Back home, yeah.
Joy 99.7 FM.
I didn't know that journey inside of my heart.
It's Showbiz A to Z.
Though beaten and bruised, that's my history. Now I'd rather be thankful for all I see. That love is the one true religion. Revealed to the meek and already told. That love is the true force of creation. So revolution, don't you unfold. I'm finding my role. I'm taking control.
Monday, I'm going to buy this whole EP. I have a habit of buying music.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay,
I
okay.
always buy my music.
Okay.
Lovely. On lockdown, we call it.
Yes, on lockdown.
We just had a chance to be doing an exclusive listening right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Let me just jump onto my messages here. This one says, I will never, ever, 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 ever
Wow.
live in okay, all right, so that's an old message here. Sorry. Hi, I'm Patrick from Soweto. Nanafin is not a disease. I believe you got that from your dad.
I think he's talking about the perfectionism.
Yes, and when we're talking about that, yes, says your dad taught me music at UEW, and he always not satisfied with the students until you reach a certain high limit.
He did it to me too, I know.
Well, this one says Nanafin was my music teacher at St. Paul Methodist Preparatory School in Tema. He was a great teacher.
Oh, wow. Warm to my heart.
Yes. Okay, so I've got some more messages here. This one says, wow, Nanafin, that's my music teacher at St. Paul's again at Tema. Your students are talking.
Yeah.
You can send more messages in 055-1111-997. Hello, Jay. I've enjoyed all the sweet and marvelous Ghanaian original tunes. Let me send a shout out to Derek at Bill Shai Systems inside Tema, entertaining the public with Joy 99.7 FM. Yes, I am Aigbeni Dogbeda from Nungwa Barrier. Thank you very much. Keep him coming through on 055-111-997. Let's enjoy the last one. Titled
Lovely day.
A Lovely Day.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Everybody, let's groove.
It's Showbiz A to Z.
Oh, but to the beginning, find you, eh?
Everybody, let's groove in a lovely way. We're doing nothing in a conscious way. Bring it ruling the yard in a lovely day.
So now that we've teased you with the music, what you have to do is Monday.
Yeah.
What time, please?
Oh, when you wake up 12 midnight, it will be in all the digital stores.
Those who will be ahead of. So release in Ghana is at 12 midnight GMT.
Yes, GMT.
Yes. So that those who are in different countries.
It's actually going to release officially in the US. That is where brand
Africa is based.
Yes, it's based. Yes.
So 21 years ago, I was on the Spintex Road with my mum, and I was telling her how much I wanted to meet Nana Finn.
Wow.
21 years ago. For those of you who know the Spintex Road, around there,
at the time, I think I was even younger than the way you are now.
This was 21 years ago.
You were so small back then.
I was tiny.
Wow.
So 21 years ago,
what was the reason?
So we managed to get his number, and we called him. Yes, and he said he had asked that we come and meet up with him, I think in Tema, if my memory serves me right.
Yes,
in Tema. I was so excited, but unfortunately school, so I was never able to make, because I had to go to, I was going to, I think, KN University at that time, so I had to go to Kumasi, so I was never able to.
So sorry for you.
So I keep saying that, but rather my path then turned to Ham of the Last Two. So I keep saying to myself that, okay, so had I met Tulok now or Nana Finn then, what would my life have been? What would have been my life?
Maybe
I'd
this
be
is the way
singing.
your life should be.
Who knows? Maybe I'd have done my High Life EP at that time. Who knows?
What you are is what you are.
So you know when you were talking about programming,
Yes,
so that
programming.
was so the interest was also in programming.
Programming.
So
Okay,
I wanted to meet Nana Finn.
After there quite a few people about how to do programming and stuff.
And look at that, 21 years later.
Yes.
We meet again. Wow,
Wow, 21 years ago, I was still a very young man, very, very young.
I was a tiny man.
You were a boy.
I was a boy with big dreams.
Interesting.
Yes. So you see how I felt? I was like, seeing you again, I was like, wow.
After all these years.
After all these years. When you stick your mind to it, it will happen.
Yes.
Maybe I need to just get myself into the studio again with Nana Finn, and then who knows? Jay Foley's first High Life EP.
You know what I mean?
Maybe listeners, you can give me a title to that High Life EP. That'll be a motivation for me. So now, what is the plan for you 2022?
I just want this EP to settle in because a few of them have previously been released as singles. Yeah, but there are quite some few singles coming up in the next few months. Going to come with some collaborations that is going to blow your mind. Trust me, because there's only a partial collaboration on this one that I did with Esther. She's not out yet with her own music on Isn't She Nice? But then there's going to be 3 reggae singles before December this year. Before December. I think December is even too far. In the next few weeks. This time around, because I've hidden away hidden, I mean in quotes. I've gone behind the camera, behind the scenes. Though I was still in the industry. I won't disappoint my fans anymore. Every maximum 6 weeks, you get a single, because now I'm
holding you to this promise.
My bedroom door is opposite to my studio door. You understand what I mean? So it's going to be pretty easy.
Wow.
Pretty easy, yes.
We're looking forward to this.
Please look forward to it.
Let me
Don't
invite my senior pundits who are in the studio with us this afternoon. Uncle Ken and Obi Nati have joined me in here. Let me just pick your words on the things we've discussed as well about Tulok. Now he's changed to Tulok, so it's no more Nana Finn. We are not going to call him Nana Finn again. I want to hear from you
please
as
give
well.
them that liberty.
to gradually
it's a shock
to adjust.
Yes. If they can adjust, fine. But
So would it be Tulok Nana Finn or Nana Finn Tulok or Nana Tulok Finn?
No. That would be Nana Finn the Tulok.
Okay.
So because the Tulok is like it's a title more than a name.
Okay.
You understand? You have Jesus the Christ. You understand? So the Christ is not his surname. It's a title.
Yeah.
Meaning the anointed or something like
Oh,
that.
that's one of the questions I'll be asking God. I was maybe Christ was thought about as a surname. Jesus Christ. And we're asking his middle name.
Yes.
Uncle, let's start with Uncle Ken. Let's hear from you, please.
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Jay.
Uncle Ken. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Happy New Year. Haven't seen you this year.
Not at all.
All right. And I, even before I talk about Nana King, I want to say
Nana Finn.
Nana Finn, sorry. I want to say how refreshing the music
Yeah.
sounds.
Oh, thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
and there's so much quality,
Some good production.
around the music, and that makes me happy. I've known
For so
the
many years.
gentleman for so many years.
Yes. I listen to your jazz programs a lot.
I know. And when I heard Odo Handkerchief,
Yes.
it brought back memories, you know.
I know.
Before I got here, I heard Odo Handkerchief, and I said, wow, this is nice, you know. I mean, I'm not surprised. You read some of the messages, people saying he was their teacher, their music teacher.
Yeah.
And you can tell from the quality of music that he does, that he understands his craft, you know. And this thing has really, impressed me.
Oh,
The new
thank you.
release.
You are a very difficult person to impress when it comes to music.
No, but yes, but the quality.
Yeah.
I mean, you can feel the quality. And I always discuss the quality with Obi Nate.
Yeah.
And I tell him that any music that has quality goes with me. And I love my reggae.
Yeah, I know.
I love my reggae as well. So I'm just blown all away with this.
Thank you.
I need to get a copy. To listen to it. It's nice.
I think either the fourth or the fifth one we played, the bass line that dropped in there was
Which one?
No.
either Lovely Day or
yeah, thanks to Zap Mallet.
The slippers, all the slippers you play.
The mix
Shook
was-
you, eh?
Yeah.
the mix is-
Sounds so good.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's nice.
Thank you.
I don't. I'm a bit confused right now as to why he wants to change the name. Anyway,
I mean, are you on my mind or something?
that is the big question,
Yes.
the ultimate question.
Yes.
I almost dropped that question.
Please ask it again.
I
Okay,
gave
but
you,
no,
I
he
gave
just
you the
explained.
answer. I explained it.
No, he just
I
explained.
still the satisfaction. It didn't.
No, it's another thing, but still with a two lock, right?
I'm too lock.
But then another thing.
You're at liberty to call me sir.
No, you just said
so-
that it was like Jesus Christ. You can't do you can do Jesus Christ, you can do
Yeah.
Christ, but doing Jesus Christ.
You know,
sounds-
if I know you're a Ghanaian and you
Yes.
see me, nothing the too lock. I'll be
You don't-
comfortable.
so what name is on the?
Too lock.
Uh-huh.
Simple.
Okay.
And the EP is locked down. So I'm asking.
On lockdown.
On lockdown.
On lockdown.
Two lock.
On lockdown. Yes.
No, it's not much of a problem because the quality sells itself anyway. So, but I was just a bit confused as to why Nana would want to do that.
Do that
because-
around this time, yeah?
Yeah.
Because
Because
I'm the only person who's left to do the impossible things. I mean, people do not know, but when I'm not doing music, I'm not in the studio.
Right.
I like to read books on ancient
Mm-hmm.
civilizations. I read books on,
No, you're deep, so don't bother.
yeah.
you know, I like those things, and it
Yeah.
stirs my curiosity. I want challenges. The reason why I want to be nothing fine. Somebody in Poland will hear nothing, might not even know where he's from. But I believe that my new mission in life, and I want to make it a burden, to fuse my reality with my wisdom, like I told you, and encourage others to do same. That is why the two is a fusion of reality and wisdom. When we pray, we are not even aware why we close the two hands. These things started from Brahmanic philosophies in the far and Middle East 6,000 years ago, and then I got adopted by Hinduism, Buddhism, then the Abrahamic religions as well. But the source of it was what? Closing what? Making your wisdom.
When you say you got adopted, did you transition through all these religions?
Not necessarily, but I
Okay.
just happened to read. About
Read,
them.
okay.
Yes.
But you're a Christian.
I'm not a Christian. No, I'm not.
Can I leave this question, this part of the questions to you to take over, please?
But I, if you ask me straight away if I'm not, but you see, being a Christian or not being a Christian, that's not what is
Are
important.
you a Muslim?
I'm not. I'm too lock. You see, the most important thing is to have. You see, in the Christian philosophy, in the Islamic philosophy, there are good things in there. That is why they've been existing for all these years. But the reason why we have a problem is that the divine wisdom in those religions are not in tandem with what the reality we see around. It's being hampered by ego the deceiver. You understand? And a lot of things are in our way. We can't find the true meaning of what life should be about. It's about making people happy, being happy yourself, and making others happy. It's not about carrying this label of religion or your beliefs on you, all over you, and
leave it.
Come on, that is almost like you are letting ego interfere with letting your divine wisdom.
I don't want to drift off on lockdown, so
Yeah.
but this is interesting, and I just want to ask it. But do you believe in God,
What is that?
the supreme being?
I don't know about that. I believe in you, for example. You understand? I believe in you. I don't want to talk about God because it means different things to different people.
What and who do you pray to,
Have I told you I pray?
if you pray?
So I haven't told you I pray, so don't talk about prayer.
Where do you draw divine?
You see, I listen.
Yeah.
This is what it is,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Truly, everybody knows that within himself. You don't need to be taught in school. You know who you are, deep down in your unconscious and your subconscious mind, and then you know you are it. But as soon as you are born, you are given labels and you are told stories. You understand? But that's fine, because in those stories they are supposed to lead you towards your true enlightenment. But along the way, we hold on to the ego, because you see, the people we love, when we come open our eyes and we see all this creation, the people that we love, we trust most, they tell us the thing that they think is good for you to know and also cherish. And then as a human being, you have to you will follow, unless something clicks at a certain point in your time. Because you see, human beings, unlike animals, are the only should I use the word species?
Yes.
That if you leave a human being in the bush with animals, he will never behave like you or me. He will behave like the animals. But if you go and leave a dog in Russia, he won't start speaking Russian. He will still bark. Whoa. You understand? That is why even the name in English is a process. Human being. You understand? So it's then it comes back to the true lock, right? Our wisdom must reflect in our society. And it bothers me as I look at things from where I stand. We talk about God, and then we put ourselves outside the responsibility of making this world a better place, as if it belongs to some divine being we've been told about, we don't know about.
Do you believe?
Do you see, believe? Believe is always 50-50. So I don't want believe. Do you know? You understand? Believe. Look, anybody can let you believe in anything.
In your lowest points in life, or
Yeah.
in the highest points you experience,
Yeah.
do you give? I'm choosing my words carefully now. Do you give credit to anything in any realm?
Credit.
Yes.
I have come to know one thing, that everything that you go through is necessary, is important, and you created it yourself. And you deserve it. All the highs and the lows. At the time when I did not know much, probably I might have attributed it to one thing or the other. But if you listen to my song, Finding My Role, you see, the power of all, I'm quoting from my lyrics, the power of all that I believe in, the power of all that is my reality, is all that I find right inside of me. You see, and other parts of the song talks about, I'll never be afraid of the night, because it's the only other side of the day when the sun didn't shine. And I'll never be afraid of the storm. You understand? Because it is all the other side that when calm is not present, if I should put it that way. I'm not quoting verbatim from the music. I'm putting it this way so that people understand it in deeper terms. So, well, the moment we talk about God is confusion. We've talked about God all these years. We've been fighting and killing each other all these years. And everybody that talks about God is involved in that war. You see.
I think we'll be invited on to another program so we can talk more about this side of Tulok. It's very interesting and as well also very well respected. So I'm going to hold on with this one for now. I'm sure if I allow Obi and Uncle Ken to react to this, we will not finish.
No, Jay, don't lead me into temptation.
Jay, I wanted to even comment on the music.
Okay.
I think I listened to the EP.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
The quality is top notch. And I just
Thank
heard
you.
him mention Zab Mallet's name.
Yeah.
I'm sure that that's what's making it. For me, I'm not
You
really
recorded
bothered.
it as apps?
No, what I do is that I create everything at home, basically.
Okay.
And then that's my music. Okay, so I have an idea of what the guitar should play, and I play almost all the instruments basically. So, someone like Zab Mallet, not like my father, not quite, nowhere near him. But I go to people like Zab Mallet. I believe will play the bass line that I had created, and then develop upon it, and then give me advice. Now this one, you should move this way. It will better this way. And then, like I told you earlier, the drummer is the one who played on 3 of the tracks. Is Papa Nyaku from Original Wailers. People don't know about him, but he'll be on Zoom chat with me tomorrow on the program, all the way from the States. And then the keyboards, Papaya and some of his friends helped me, and guys like Osei, the drummer. Also played part in some of the tracks, like he helped mix tracks like the High Life track, Finding My Rule. I don't know whether to call it High Life pop reggae or whatever. It's more like the inspiration came from so many angles. So I that's the way I record. I take my time. Yes, I take my time, and I make sure it's ready when it's ready.
Of course.
Yes.
Kwame,
Because
welcome.
it should outlive me.
It sounds it.
It sounds it.
I don't know, Kwame. I don't know if you were listening in your car, or whichever vehicle you were in.
Yeah, I was, and good afternoon to our listeners. I was listening, and I.
But
didn't
before
know
you go on, can I say something? I feel trapped. You didn't tell me I'll be meeting this knowledgeable panelist that I've known for quite some time. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So yes, indeed, you have been trapped, and I also didn't know. I didn't expect to be sitting right next to. It doesn't happen very often that I sit right next to legends, and you are not just an ordinary legend, but you have managed to, in my books, appear or to be ticked off as somebody that I'm very vexed at.
Yeah.
When I found out that you were the voice behind the name behind the voice, I wasn't happy. I was like, yo, Nana Finn. He's a proper studio rat.
Oh, his nickname is Mania Rat.
Was.
Okay.
Proper studio rat. The kind of perfectionist who, and because the studio is right there in the home, he takes a few steps in and out, and he's always working. And that's the reason I am angry, because
You must be.
he has loads and loads of tracks, some unfinished. And where has he been? And we've suffered a lot of trash.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
And no, don't be sorry, because you see, I heard you say that you are comfortable, but if your art had provoked or raised any revenues beyond what you enjoy today, it would have helped. It is true. With this kind of attitude, the revenue, it won't come. And so
I like this guy.
that's where we find ourselves right now as a nation, as a continent, and that's how wide and vast your influence could go if you decide. It looks like you still, because you are comfortable, because you work from home.
He's not pushed.
You know they're hungry. Problem is
True.
because
I get
nothing
you, I
is
get you.
rare. Like when you come to vocals, it is obvious, but behind the scenes, the kind of work, the dedication. Look at the musicians he's mentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
Each and every one of them is a producer in his own right too. Like from
Zap.
the Osei Kwekus to Zap to all of them who have played session musician roles on his work are by their own selves. Like they be musicians.
Artist, artist, and
Great
So,
guys.
so you see the back and forth way he go before he himself would have to be convinced in his mind that the work is ripe enough. By that time, then 10 years can pass. So it is good that I have this photo opportunity. It is good that he has. I don't know how you managed to get here, because that should be some hard work. Like to get nothing out of Tema, make it come sit here. That be like, you know. So I hope to.
When Philip told me Nanafin was coming to the show, I asked him, I said, Nanafin,
Nanafin
are
Ben.
you talking about the Nanafin that I know? Because I
Okay,
haven't heard of him.
I'm here.
I haven't heard of him for ages.
He's just been comfortable. Allow him.
What is the problem? When you asked him about E11, he didn't want any part to play. Like
He says he doesn't.
he's not playing. You know, he's okay. he understands, because if like your landlord they look for you next week, you go look sharp last week. You know,
Oh
so,
my goodness. My
it is
goodness.
good that people like him still have some burning desire to churn out some art, and I pray that Ghanaians and Africa embraces this the way we have to, because I do not need to. For me, I do not need to go through even all the track list. I know what to expect of him, because he himself is so hard on himself. So it is what it is. This is a proven successful songwriter, vocalist, and, performer, and he has it all in his skill set. So yeah,
You see, the music that he's produced, I just imagine the music being on a CD. And I think, okay, it's a CD for me. I pick the CD. I wake up on a Saturday morning, dawn, around about 3 a.m. And then I slot
Uncle Ken.
this CD in,
Yeah.
with the volume low. And just lay back on the bed, maybe reading something, and the music pumping.
Maybe thinking about E11.
The recording I've just heard needs to be played on a CD. If you know what I mean.
get you. I get you.
Yeah?
You and I will know. We'll know.
You slot it in, and you just lay back.
Yes. You
And
know.
track after track after track will blow you out, Well done, Nana.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank
music.
Yes.
Let me
Thank
just
you so
add this,
much.
that even without the name, the song, the content will give him the kind of attention that he's looking for. The name will not do as much as the song.
The quality of music.
And so, I'm like I said,
Content.
the production
Yeah.
is top notch, and
Yeah.
this is what we're talking about. True lock or no true lock, nothing or no nothing, quality in the content.
Oh,
Nice one.
my heart is warmed. Because maybe it's all true also because I don't listen to my music. If it's done, when it's done. Because when it's done and it's good and everybody, you keep on listening to it.
Do some changes.
I will do changes.
I know, right? That's how it is.
Yeah.
I'll
You
do
wanna
changes.
touch it
That's why I finally decided that somebody else should make the song.
Yeah.
I'll do changes. Apart from that, I will feel the positive aspect will be I'll be too content and then stay there. I think I've arrived. I'm okay. I always feel my best is yet to come. That is my driver. my best is yet to come. Even with the reggae, somebody asked me, this EP is so good. Can you come up with something like that? I said, it's a challenge. But to tell you right now, the next 3 albums are already ready. Written and done.
Just as Kwame said.
I need to do tweaks here and there, and then features here and there.
Please, no more tweaks.
The hibernation is working.
Yes, release it as it is. No more tweaks. We will never finish.
No, I
won't go back.
I won't go back to that disease. I have people I can trust around me now. So when I get to a point, I leave it for them, and then, I hope to be working with Lucky Dube's engineer. Now that Lucky Dube is no more, I'm trying to lay certain foundations and see whether could work with me, and it's looking positive. And so, some of the people I can trust, like Zab Mallet, like men like Osei, we share our ideas in production, and it's I know it's going to be wonderful. That disease won't hurt me anymore. That's why I don't like listening to the other handkerchief. There's a note I didn't hit. I didn't hit right. Can you
imagine?
There's a note I didn't hit right, and I listened to it and said, "Oh, I should have done this better." These are some of the reasons why I since I finished my own studio, I killed myself. This is the disease he's talking about.
And
I killed myself.
Kwame is looking at you.
Yes, because in every good machine, there's a self-destructive button inside. But I'm happy I've been able to notice that self-destructive button, because I never finish. I never finish, and it's not good enough. I have to let others finish so that I know that's the end product.
Let me hold you right there. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will start our conversations with regarding the influencers being engaged when it comes to national lottery. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, there's more on the show. Don't go away.
Step up your entertainment from the 5th of January 2022. Already on GoTV Value? Then upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Or if you're on GoTV Plus, upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. Don't wait. Reconnect and step up your GoTV package today via the My GoTV app. Remember, we upgrade you to the next higher package for free. Terms and conditions apply. GoTV. Love it.
Business no a bit to say. So the projections from the first quarter show a higher total gross profit for the fiscal year. A bit to me saying,
Nana, who's not land you? He did a port ready.
A bit to me say.
Here are your items. Thank you for coming.
A bit to me saying,
yes, 2 for 10 cedi, me no 10 cedi, 2 for 10 cedi.
What did you know a bit to me according and found whole business away? The beer will be your hussy about wow. MTN Business made to enable your business stay ahead of the pack. Trishayen, mtnbusiness.gh at mtn.com. Fre Anna was happy. I was 0244 308 111. Now you chill MTN everywhere you go.
You don't have to wait in a queue to watch a movie. You stream at home. You don't have to fight the crowds. You buy exactly what you want online and get it delivered to your doorstep. What you want comes to you when you want. It's time your banking did the same. Meet Abby, your 24/7 digital personal banker from ABSA, here to do your banking for you. Abby's a fast learner. The more you chat, the better your banking experience gets. So, if you're an ABSA customer, whether it's making enquiries, paying a friend, buying airtime, or checking your balance, just ask Abby to do it for you. Add Abby on WhatsApp 050-164-4644. Bank safely with Abby on WhatsApp, another digital innovation that gets things done. That's Africanacity. That's ABSA. Terms and conditions apply. Visit absa.com.gh.
For so long.
If we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change.
Winning strategies, nuggets of wisdom, unforgettable stories, all in one inspirational hour. Springboard your virtual university with Albert and Comfort Okran and guests.
Planning is bringing the future into the present.
A job is for the salary, is mundane, is survival oriented, and there's no passion. But a career has fulfillment, innovation, drive. A growth path is clear, and you can build step by step all the way to the top.
Matriculate at 7 p.m. and graduate at 8 p.m. every Sunday on Joy 99.7 FM and live on Facebook. Springboard is brought to you by Legacy and Legacy and Joy 99.7 FM and proudly sponsored by MTN, Enterprise Group, UMB Bank, with support from the graphic business.
Here's where we turn around.
No matter how your day is going, isn't it comforting to know that there's a place where you can relax and kick off your stress? The Cosmopolitan Mix on Joy FM with Doreen Nando has it all. Education, inspiration, entertainment, celebrity interviews.
What's up, man?
I'm good.
Some way,
It's on way, B. Thank God it's Friday.
Best variety of local favorites.
Good morning.
Big God, oh, if you put your body on me, I put my money on you.
All on your favorite brunch time mix. Weekdays 10 a.m. till noon. Joy 99.7 FM on your dial, online, and on all our social media handles. #Cosmopolitan Mix. You can also catch up with the Cosmopolitan Mix and all our shows via podcast. Just go to myjoyonline.com, podcast, and search for your favorite show and relive all those moments. Joy 99.7 FM. Radio for discerning listeners. Cosmopolitan Mix is powered by Joy Entertainment. We're large and in charge. Tune in and find your joy.
Jesus said that men always ought to pray and not faint. Jesus said that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. My name is Pastor Kojo Frempong, and I would like to specially invite you to join me this and every weekday from 1:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. here on Joy 99.7 FM on Atmosphere of Victory. It's a time of prayer and a time of the study of the word. I believe that it is time for you and I to establish our victory over every challenge and over every battle in this life. Remember this and every weekday 1:30 a.m. to 4 a.m. here on Joy 99.7 FM. Join us in this atmosphere of victory, and your victory will surely manifest to the glory of God. The Lord bless you.
Something big is coming this season to Joy Prime. It's funny.
When you grow up, are you going to have a family?
Yes.
And are you going to have children?
Yes.
How many children will you have?
20.
It's witty.
A stitch in time saves 9.
That means if you go back in time, you have to come home by 9 o'clock.
Kids say the darndest things. It's for the family.
This is
Kids say the darndest things. Person when red and black was not clapping.
It's Kids Say the Darndest Things, showing every Saturday from 6:30 p.m. and a catch-up show on Mondays 4:30 p.m. Don't miss it.
Kids always say what they wanna.
Shalom, my dear friend. I am Pastor Tuakwa. There is no better way to start your day than in the presence of God. I invite you to join me on your favorite devotion program, Joy Time in His Presence, every Tuesday and Wednesday from 4 a.m. to 5:45 a.m. on Joy 99.7 FM, and on Saturdays from 3 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. I urge you to join me on Prayer Line as we connect on the superior altar of God in a time of prayer and supplication. I am also your host on A Walk with Jesus, the most authoritative Christian program on radio, specially designed to guide and direct your walk with Jesus into victory and fulfillment. Catch you every Sunday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Joy 99.7 FM and on podcast at myjoyonline.com/podcast. Joy 99.7 FM, radio for discerning listeners. Shalom.
Dope story. Shut up. True life story. That's what me tell her.
And alright, welcome back. Showbiz A to Z on Twitter. Use the hashtag Showbiz A to Z. Tag us and let's get our conversations on there as well. You can also reach us via our WhatsApp line 055 1111997. We'd love to hear from you. This show is probably brought to you by
The Almighty Street Beat.
Probably brought to you by MTN and High Five Choco Malt. Now, MTN wants you to know that it's giving away loads and loads of gifts to you for just doing what you do best on your favorite network. Now, you too can live the best of life and enjoy so much more with MTN Rewards. So just keep talking, texting, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use those points to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. Now, MTN Rewards is gifting you discounts on some of your favorite restaurants and stores and allowing you to redeem airtime today. Now, all you have to do is just dial *550# and get your MTN reward today. MTN everywhere you go. And also, let's meet, walk, and burn some calories this Valentine's season. Come with that special one, friend, family, to Ai Mensa. Come the 19th of February at 5:30 a.m. and join us for our race, our Joy Prime Race for Heart. Now, it's a health walk climaxed with aerobics, and you don't want to miss this opportunity to keep in shape and fit. Now, to join this health walk, you can also record and post exercise videos of yourself and send to our WhatsApp line 0551 575757, or you can share on our social media pages or on your pages and tag us Race for Heart. That's RACE, the number 4, and Heart. Race for Heart, take care of your heart for that special someone. The Joy Prime Race for Heart is powered by Day by Day Men, strong and refined, the skincare you deserve. You need us, you need us. Medisoft medicated soap, Asida fabrics, wear what will inspire you. Joy Prime, the ultimate experience. Then this month of love is here again, and the National Blood Service is calling on all healthy citizens to give a gift of love by donating a unit of blood to save a life this Valentine's Day. Now, please be reminded that waiting to give blood only when your relative or friend is in need is not enough. For this reason, the National Blood Service invites you to join us on Monday, the 14th of February for an annual Valentine's Day blood donation exercise. Now, let me list the following centers: Accra High Senior High, Frafra SHS Adenta, Wesley Grammar Senior High, AMA Head Office Accra, Accra Academy Senior High School, and Tema SHS. That's for Greater Accra region. But if you're in Cape Coast, it's the Chapel Square and the CCTH Forecourt. In the Eastern region, Manya Krobo SHS. If you're in Tamale, Northern region, just head to Tamale Regional Library. If you're in the Western region, Takrady Technical University TTU. If you're in the Volta region, Hohoi Evangelical Presbyterian SHS, Awudume Senior High School as well, if you're in the Volta region. Then in the Ashanti region, Asanteman SHS, Opokuware SHS, and St. Hubert Seminary SHS as well. Become a voluntary blood donor today. Help save lives. For more information, or support this campaign, kindly call this number 0277 50 1010, 0277 50 1010, or 0244 561 782 for assistance. Now, this message is a public announcement from the National Blood Service, the Ministry of Health, and supported by MTN Ghana Foundation, Joy FM, Adom FM, and Hits FM. With the AFCON now fully settled, your virtual university will take it to a new level. From this Sunday at 7 p.m. Now, this week, the Springboard will feature with Dr. Kwesi Ampofo. He's head of mining and metals at Bloomberg NEF in the UK, sharing on how to make the most out of 2022. Now, Dr. Ampofo will highlight some emerging global trends and share thought-provoking ideas and approaches for Africa. And by extension, it's young people. It's a big one. So book your seat in advance as we bring you Springboard alumnus making a difference on the big stage. And you can't also miss out this, the Mr. Loverman, Kwabna will host a Vita Milk Love Night at the National Theatre. It's going to be a night of pure love and music. It's tonight. It's at 8 p.m. but the tickets are still selling for 200 Ghana cedis single and 350 Ghana cedis double. You can get your tickets right here at Joy FM, Peace FM, Airport Shell, Bachuna Total, and also at the gates of the National Theatre. It's powered by Joy Entertainment. We're large and in charge. Now, let me get to my pundits. We're going to get into our conversation right about now. But before that, let me read this out to you. So, the Ghana Gaming Commission has banned betting companies from using celebrities in their advertisement or as ambassadors. Now, the decision, they have explained, is due to the increasing number of celebrities endorsing betting companies, an action many say could lure young fans into gambling. Now, earlier last year, Nadia Buhari, Wendy Shea, Ifia, Jackie Apia, Moesha Budong, Salma Mumin, Saligali, Zinel Zhu, Sandra and Kobia, Lil Wayne and Kitty were all signed as ambassadors for Bet Planet, the biggest betting company in Ghana, and in a new guideline issued for operators. Now, the commission stated that companies cannot encourage people to bet using these individuals with huge social media following. Now, operators shall not use these celebrities in their advertisements to entice the general public to gamble. The statement read. Now, to ensure the new guideline is followed now, all advertisement must be approved by the commission to help protect not only underage persons, but interest of punters, customers, and stakeholders. Now, many industry persons have reacted to the ban, including artist manager Bullet, who was called the new guideline stringent and heart-wrenching. Now, let's fast forward to 2021, September 29th. Well, the National Lottery Authority through its new Director General, Mr. Samuel Ewuku, has engaged with celebrities from the entertainment industry on ways to fight lotto frauding and increase the reputation of organization. Now, the event, which took place on Tuesday, 28th September 2021 at the Lisa Hotel, saw actors and musicians, which included Prior, Tietia, Kwesi Arthur, Acrobator, Lil Wayne, Bibi Bright, D Black, Samini, Stoneboy, good afternoon, Kwame, Jackie Afia, Very much Sydney, Calibus, quite a number of them in attendance. Now, the focus of the meeting was to educate the celebrities on the products and services of the National Lottery Authority and how the organization can leverage their brand equity to sensitize the public on lotto frauds. Now, speaking at the event, the newly appointed Director General, Mr. Samuel Ewuku, has tasked the brand influencers to create awareness against leaked lotto numbers misinformation. Now, this is a strategy used by fraudsters to dupe unsuspecting Ghanaians. On the back of that, our own brother Charles Ni Amamensa had this to say.
I don't blame anybody, but I'll still come back to my Ghana artists, where they won't be like Nigerian artists, where they can never be like Nigerian artists, because Nigerian artists have knows the Ghana artists, you full pass. Ghana celebrities, you full pass. Nigerian celebrities knows the Ghana celebrities, you full pass. Because when you see opportunity, you don't see it. Greed, hunger, poverty, gas. Where dare you put your family inside? You won't take them small people, them a generation. That's why rich people for this country. If they must Kiri say that they sing music, they don't want to make this sing. Because they might get money, I won't take in Kiri go bad. Make your lesson to computer, some self-fake and make Kiri them big person, preco. Because most of you celebrities, so cheap dress, cheap life, hungry life. Somebody there sometimes for a day, I see you like, I talk to you many times, many things, anyway, anyhow. But you see, sometimes a man can talk like, in per way get family, in per way they take care of himself, in per. My brother, make I tell you something. Most of the things you do will be yawa. Most of the things we do will be yawa. You will say the right English. You will say you know English. You will, I don't know if you pass English for. I saw your English, you do be cassava English. Cassava yaka English. Bobo English. 1,000 English. I swear. Because you just, they want to show people say you get sense, but see in real life when it comes to reality, you are not sensible at all. Or you know, she say gaming commission ban celebrities from endorsing deals like that. You know see. So if something like this way they call you, to Charlie, these things people want make we can support them. We can support lotto frauding. Lotto frauding like how? Like lotto frauding. What do you mean by lotto frauding? What do you mean by lotto frauding? You are defrauding the country. Don't come and use some words on us. You want us to fight lotto frauding? We should have been in the betting business. You want us to do things for you? Give us a chance to do our things. You want us to be patriotic? Then let us enjoy what you are enjoying from. You can't come and tell us just anything that make we accept. Celebrities go detail. I saw all of you where you go that NLT, you know be celebrities. You been Quanchen stars. In Quanchen stars. Any small cheap thing. They want to show face like you people like, don't come and lie to the next generation. It's a curse. It's a big curse. We celebrities, stars, make them no sign for our they say we they spoil the kiddies. FDA, if you pour your pickies, not me upon my
the woman them say I get power.
I am